Hi everybody. Dare to Compete presents Winning Mantras, an endeavor to ignite the spirit of competitiveness. In today's conversation, we have Shashank Srivastava, Hardik Sinha, and Abhishek Gupta, the national winners of Keto FinTech Championship 2020. Hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you all doing?
Hello, Lina. We are doing great. We would like to thank you and D2C in particular for coming up with this great initiative. At a time when every MBA student is trying to gain the necessary skill and knowledge, the initiative of Winning Mantras would go a long way in helping them and showcasing all the achievements and everything. Thanks.
I do hope that this series comes out to be helpful for the incoming batch of students who will be joining us this year in these schools. So, how excited are you all to start the new session, which is going to be virtual this year?
Yeah, it will be a sort of a different experience. Generally, in MBA, interactions have the paramount importance. But once we get into a digital mode, there are hiccups, technical glitches are there. There are network issues. So there is something like a barrier when it comes to direct interaction, either with the faculty or even with our classmates, for that matter. So we are, for the last 2 to 3 months, the number of sessions that we have attended, the number of lectures that we have attended online has made us digitally more enhanced, if I would say that. So going ahead, we are mentally prepared to go ahead and have those online classes. And moreover, the very restriction that this situation has imposed, we need to have a mindset that there is no other way out, and the best we can do is take it positively and obviously go ahead with it, whatever the situation be. And moreover, since in the coming 3 months it is expected that it will be an online session as a whole, we will probably be looking after the next 6 months for a campus kind of atmosphere. So again, keeping our fingers crossed as to waiting for the campus to open and hopefully joining soon. We are ready for those online and digital classes to begin. Yeah.
I think everybody is hoping for the classes to resume soon so that we can all go back to our campuses and we can go back to work in offices. So, guys, let's come on to the first question about Keto FinTech Championship. What was the competition about, and how was the entire competition structured?
Okay, so Keto is basically a neobank that aims to function 100% digitally without the presence of any physical plant. So the company is in the ideation stage, but it looks to be very promising. The Keto FinTech Championship was centered around designing marketing campaigns, and the platform which was given to us was LinkedIn. So like almost every other competition, the first round tested the general knowledge of the participants with respect to the FinTech industry, and the shortlisted teams were then asked to run a LinkedIn marketing campaign in the second round. So as a brand managers, we were interested to build brand visibility for Keto.
Interesting. You got to step into the shoes of a brand manager even before finally graduating out of college. So, how exciting was the competition, and how enthusiastic were you all about participating in Keto FinTech Championship?
Acting as a brand manager for before graduating in an MBA college, it itself is a new experience for all each of us, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. And we came to know all the nitty-gritties of brand manager, how the campaign should work, starting of launching the product, then bringing out awareness about the product, then taking the feedback from the consumers, because we are giving them a value proposition to, because we are actually helping them in their gap, fulfilling their needs. We need to have a feedback about the product and how the campaign should go, how the campaign should be improved. So these are all the nitty-gritties that we came to know via this Keto FinTech Championship.
Okay, perfect. This brings me to another part of the question, and that is that you guys must be operating from home right now because of the entire pandemic that's going on. And so would have the competition gone, and you would have worked through your home, sitting at your places, coordinating through conference calls. How did it all run, and how did you all communicate to ensure that you were participating and there were no glitches in the competition?
Actually, to be very honest, we weren't very sure as to we would be able to go through the competition without any glitches. This is me being very honest. And the entire thought process was very different. When we are in campus, we get together in a room and we can discuss everything, and get discussing everything face to face is completely different as to discussing it in through a video call or a conference call. So just to make sure that we did not have any glitches or that at that sort of thing, what we used to do is we used to fix a schedule for every day. We used to take out some time as to for this particular period we would be making sure from our end at least that there are no glitches from our side for those few hours. To say we would be connected with each other, leaving aside everything, all our internship jobs or all our internship tasks, or for that matter the college task and all those things, and communicating only for this particular competition point of view. So this was one of these things that we did. In fact, sometimes the hours that we chose were quite late at night also, just to, because at that time there is mostly there are fewer internet connectivity issues. So what we did, we used to communicate at night. So again, that is one point that we try to focus on. And moreover, once we implemented any idea or any strategy, what we used to do is we used to delegate among ourselves as to, for example, if today my network connection is good enough, what I will do is I'll monitor it online, whereas the person who is probably having an internet connectivity issue, what he can do is prepare something which needs to be done on tomorrow, or so to say in the coming few days. So that is how we try to communicate, that is how we try to plan out and phase out our entire campaign, or so to say the entire competition days.
One day at 3 in the morning, we were having a discussion how the campaign should go, because we were in the middle way, and it's kind of a mid review between our teammates. So my parents were actually tense, like what on earth you are discussing at 3 a.m. in the morning. So it's like it's an MBA life, and if I am staying at home, then you should all get used to it.
I can absolutely understand, because we all hear about so many stories. We hear stories from MBA students all across the country that they are devoid of sleep like all the time. It is at times because of the assignments, or at times because of the competition that's running, or because of the exams that are going on. MBA students never sleep. They stay up 24/7. That's what's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So people, it's very heartening to see how you guys coordinated and how you all made sure that there are no glitches in the competition that you're working on. Now, tell us something about your strategy. Walk us through the entire procedure. What is through the entire process? How did you ensure that you run the campaign smoothly on LinkedIn?
Okay, it was a marketing, it revolved around marketing. So, the most important thing was we know about the rapid evolution of marketing and how some previously unheard of tactics have come to fore, like something to say like a meme marketing. But the basic question for us specifically in context to this competition was whether should we go with these non-traditional marketing techniques or rely on the basic ones. So what we did was we started analyzing it from the core, from the root. First of all, we analyzed the entire fintech industry, the performance of the competitors, and the positioning of Keto presently. So based on all that, we came to a conclusion as to how we should focus our campaign, at what we should focus our campaign on, and how should we go ahead about it. So all those things led to many multiple ideas, and again then we resorted to the conference calls to filter those ideas and to come out those which would be best for this competition. The entire team deliberated. We did have so-called clashes, not exactly clashes, but yeah, that's what we say. So but the best part was we did come to a consensus every time. We reached as to how we should strategize the campaign. And the best part was we all agreed that content is what we should focus on. This is one point that we all laid emphasis on during our entire campaign, that it should be quality driven, data driven. So the only motive was to make it highly professional, rich in content, appealing, informative, so that people do engage with us. And you would be very surprised to know during this entire competition period, we have received umpteen number of calls from strangers who we did not know either by their name or by their face, through LinkedIn, have contacted us as to how we are promote, as to what Keto is. They really did want to go behind the entire concept of neobanking. So this entire engaging experience was very enriching one for us.
Okay, amazing. That sounds really amazing. Especially the part where so many strangers contacted you. Tell us something about the key aspects and how did you ensure that what you are promoting is up to the mark? What all did you do for that?
Okay, so coming to this question, this strategy, like it was a very difficult or very different sort of competition what we have done. Like initially we have done till now where we are designing strategy or we are developing something for the company. But here, in addition to this, like designing this strategy, we have to implement. Implementation was the thing which was missing. And as we were the brand manager, we had to implement those strategies. So promoting on a LinkedIn, that to a professional platform, like it took required a lot of effort, and we got to use numerous ways of marketing, like various marketing techniques like content marketing, then viral marketing. It was basically a viral marketing of a fintech industry we were promoting over LinkedIn. So different strategies, different techniques were used, and then we cross promoted it on LinkedIn also, on Instagram also. And we saw that users got associated with our brand. As Hardik was saying, that we got contact from many of the strangers, like what this brand is all about, and we also contacted. So people were started associating with the brand, and soon the application is going to launch the beta version, and we got numerous queries regarding that registration, how they will enroll into this brand. So overall, it was a very good part for us also to do this.
And one simple addition from my end, there was actually the entire country is talking about vocal for local. So this
Yeah.
is where we combined the two initiatives, the bringing the entire concept of moment marketing into play, if I may say so. So what we did is, this is a completely Indian startup. So what we did was we promoted it through the use of vocal for local. We used hashtags, and when we use digital marketing techniques, we do come to know as to what people are searching nowadays. Things like using like keyword planners, this gives you an idea as to how what might trend as of now. So with that, we used the entire moment marketing concept and tried to link our campaign with that. So that is again one more thing that we did.
It's amazing to see how much research goes behind the scenes. And guys, all of you keep talking about the fintech industry, how you were talking about fintech industry on LinkedIn and how you're promoting it through your strategies and everything. Tell us something more about the fintech industry and what all research did you do in the initial phases of your competition?
Fintech industry is the new disruptive technology in financial services, right? So like starting from neo banking, then we have peer-to-peer lending, overdraft, all the facilities which shared by any physical bank. All these facilities you can avail via digital banks. So this is the reason and the thought process behind this neo banking concept. And the if you talk about overall the fintech industries, then it is on a boom right now. Like because our prime minister has already promoted digital transactions, digital India. So these things are burning, what we can say are like a point of discussion in every business aspect, and they are receiving a huge amount of investments as well. And talking about our research, so we researched a lot about this industry. We read so many articles. In fact, we talked to few of our alums as well, who are currently in fintech startups or any of the fintech industries. So we came to know about the thought process, the inside information, what we can say inside information, how actually a fintech industry works. So these all the research, all the journals, all the secondary research, all the surveys, all of this helps us in promoting the brand Keto.
And adding to what Shashank has said, like in coming days, due to this pandemic, the fintech industry is going to boom. People are avoiding going to banks, retail banks. So if we promote such type of ventures, and as Hardik was saying, local for vocal, then we are promoting startup culture in India along with the people moving to digital banking platforms.
And one more thing is, just a couple of days back, I was reading an article in ET, Economic Times, and it talked about WhatsApp banking. Now, this is again a term which many of us might be unfamiliar with. Probably I was also unfamiliar with until a couple of days back. So, and it gave an insight as to how it is poised to disrupt the entire banking ecosystem, especially in India. So now, if you can think, if we believe, in fact, I remember a quote from Tim O'Reilly. He says that the last decade was about evolution of technology. The next decade will be about revolution of technology. So the point is, we thought that digital banking, okay, technology brings us to digital banking, and this is what the most of us can expect from fintech. But now comes in WhatsApp banking. So every year, every year is will be disruptive from fintech point of view, and startups will be an enabling factor. This is what we have come to know through our research that we did on the entire fintech industry.
These are some really, really amazing insights that you've mentioned, and thank you for talking so much in detail about the fintech industry. What kind of roadblocks did you face? Because it's a very different kind of competition, and you must have faced some roadblocks while preparing a strategy. So, what all was that, and how did you overcome those roadblocks?
Okay, the first thing was that we contemplated that we will take a day or two to ideate and design our strategy and then to start our campaigns. But to our surprise, we saw that teams from other colleges already started within a span of few hours. So this was a difficult thing for us, but we maintained our calm. It took time to design and then we strategized and then we started our campaign. So we came up with the idea of storytelling and we were more focused towards the creative so that our value proposition gets delivered to the users. So, and the second thing was that since it was a LinkedIn platform, so it was difficult for us to track the campaigns of our competitors, and we could see that we could not see the number of impressions. We were just able to see the number of posts. So, since our aim was very clear from the start that we have to focus on the quality over quantity and to deliver the right value proposition to our users, we started with our campaigns what we thought, and then we saw that we are getting a good number of impressions on our post, and people are starting trusting our brand and they're showing interest in our brand for the beta launch of this application. So this was a good thing for us and we overcame
And
these obstacles.
yeah, just to add one point of storytelling. So what I would say, like storytelling, most of us do not realize the value that storytelling carries. Be it for preparing a presentation or designing a campaign, a storyline with a proper structure must be followed. And this is something which participants generally miss. So coming up with ideas, execution, presentation is all fine. But a storyline puts them into perspective. So every participant must focus on storytelling while designing any type of campaigns or presentations.
Okay, perfect. I think that sums up how much effort you have put into this into this competition in particular. Guys, you've won this competition already. You're the national winners of this competition. Why would you suggest the incoming batch of students to participate in this particular competition?
Okay, so starting, like we have already discussed, this competition is not like a regular corporate competition in which we were given a case study and we need to strategize or prepare any marketing strategy, any launch of a product. So this competition is regarding how digitally you are aware of any particular fintech industry, and then how you can promote your product or launch your product or increase the awareness of a product using limited platforms. So we were given only option of LinkedIn. So we with this limited platform, we increased the awareness of the product, and we acted as a brand manager. So it itself a very enriching experience for us, and it was a overall different competition with any of other corporate competition. So yeah, it was a very fulfilling experience for us.
Yeah, since we are talking of the incoming batch and why should they participate in Keto? One thing I would like to mention is every competition has something new to offer. And in the last year or so, when I have been interacting with my colleagues as well as friends from other colleges, what I have come to know is people generally focus a lot on the monetary benefits, prize money, rewards, PPI, something like that. Undoubtedly, they are important. But what do we do not acknowledge is the character development that these competitions do. This competition, I would say, was one of the best experiences for me because it kept me on my toe for 24 hours for the entire week. Monitoring other this is what something a case study competition would not offer. In a case study competition, we work in as a team, but we are not in contact with other teams. Here the other teams were also promoting their campaigns on the same platform as we were doing. So apart from implementing our own campaigns, what we had to do was also monitor their campaigns, though we did not have a measure as to how to quantify their campaign, but we did have a sort of we kept an eye on those competition on those campaigns also. So this is something which a general usual case study competition would not offer you. So I would really think if anyone is really interested in competitions or these kind of challenges, you should not be missing out on a Keto FinTech Championship. That's what I would say.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Hardik. I think that's very insightful, the point that you mentioned about character development. I think this is why most B school students like to participate in corporate competitions, because these give them a holistic development and a holistic outlook to the world and the corporate world beyond that, beyond their own B schools. So, okay, moving on to the last question, people. What advice would you like to give to the incoming batch of students for participating in B school competitions as well as corporate competitions? Why should they participate in this? And how does a corporate competition shape a B schooler's life?
Okay, so my advice, if we talk about the Keto FinTech Championship or any competition on the same lines, my advice would be to know the product in or out before you campaign for it. Because you are acting as a brand manager, it is very important to understand how a consumer views your product. That's the most important thing. So you need to know about your product so that you can design your campaign and tell your product via storytelling. So storytelling and in and out product information is the most important thing one should take care.
And I would like to add on that, like if I have to give advice to our juniors to participate in such competition, I would recommend that it will give you hands-on experience on whatever you have learned theoretically. Like we have done a lot of courses on digital marketing, and particularly in this fintech championship, we got chance to implement those. We got hands-on experience, and we got chance to for example, we drive a campaign on LinkedIn. So when we were getting impressions and when it was becoming viral, then we were getting like confidence that what we have learned and what we have implemented is going on the right path. So if they get hands-on experience, it will be beneficial for their learning.
So my advice would be during the entire competition, you would be probably getting a number of ideas. There won't be a situation wherein you'll be lacking on ideas. You'll get multiple ideas while working. My suggestion would be to focus on one idea which you find to be the best and perfect its execution rather than working on multiple ideas at the same time. Always one should remember that quality is more important than quantity. So I think that would be my suggestion for all the incoming batches.
Okay, thank you. That was some amazing advice that you all have shared. Thank you so much for sharing such valuable advices. It was very great talking to you and very insightful knowing your advices, knowing the insights about Keto FinTech Championship. Thank you so much for talking to us and sharing your views. We wish you the best for all your future endeavors. Stay home, stay safe, and take care.